Why didn't you get married?
I don't know. It seems like not too like I don't know. It seems like a thing of like ancient times or something.
You ever tell, I hate you, like with a passion.
You know that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff.
How old were you when you first tried lean?
I like 20.
And why?
All the rappers did it. It was fun.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Bryanne, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the negative influence of male rappers. If my microphone is not sounding good, it's because I've been trying to figure out my audio issues for the past 2 videos, but we're figuring out it is a very slow process of getting everything together. I don't think this microphone's working anymore. My lavalier I used in the last video was not working. I'm just over it. I had to probably get a whole new camera, a whole new microphone. This is the whole production. This is what we have to do. And of course it would happen right before I have to go on a date after this video. I'll update you guys on that on my other channel, my Toni Talks TV channel. But it's been a lot. But we're here and we're going to be talking about the negative influence of male rappers. I have been planning this video out for a while and I'm so excited that it's finally ready, but I can't wait to get into today's video. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
Today's quote of the day is, "I am on the right path to a great life." Today's verse of the day is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25, and it reads, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Now on to today's topic. I really wanted to do this particular topic because I continuously see the pattern of men primarily speaking down on female rap and talking about how female rap is detrimental to not only the hip-hop culture but also detrimental to the youth.
Every time it's a female rapper coming out, they talk about the same shit about how much man they can get, how much money they got, they private parts. Besides that, what else can y'all female talk about? And y'all worse than a man, in my opinion.
It's the spelling of female for me. Like, female, like I gotta deliver something later. Okay, let me stop. I'm so corny.
Now, though, they do have a fair right to say so because there are some problematic aspects of female rap, but we're not going to act as if it's just female rap that is indeed problematic. These continuous conversations mainly come from the fact that female rap is taking over the entire rap industry. You cannot go out anywhere without hearing female rap, and they seem to be dominating the charts and dominating social media in general. With more recent acts like Glorilla and Sexy Red coming out and everybody rapping their songs, including men, these conversations have started. But it does stem back to when we first had Nicki Minaj come out with her more raunchy lyrics. Then we also had Cardi B. Then we had the City Girls. And it seems to have been a tumbling effect of more new female artists coming out and more of the conversation about rap, but more so criticizing the female rappers more than their male counterparts. So I'm not going to be jumping on the bandwagon. Instead, I'm going to explain to you guys why I believe that a lot of the conversations that are had about whether female rap is problematic or not is insane, because this is not just a female rap problem. There have been issues in rap all throughout history, and we're not going to ignore that. But in order for us to actively have this conversation, we need to start from the beginning, and that is the origin of hip-hop. So hip-hop originated in the Bronx in the 1970s. During that time, New York City was really struggling economically, and it was reflected in hip-hop. The city's economy was falling apart because of the decline of the manufacturing industry and the construction of the Cross Bronx Expressway. Because of this, much of the white middle class decided to leave the Bronx and left it in an array of poverty, struggle, and economic troubles. With a lot of these white middle classes moving, it very quickly shifted the demographics of certain areas and segregated communities. And as we've all seen in history, when the white middle class families leave, the ones that would stay were the ones that could not afford to leave. And in America, as we've seen time and time again, when white people leave, it seems as if the government does not care about a certain area anymore. With the economy worsening, so did the conditions of those current neighborhoods that predominantly had Black, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans inhabiting those areas. And whenever there is poverty, there comes desperation, and with desperation comes crime. Within the Bronx, there was rising poverty, gang violence, carjacking, theft, you name it, that was what was going on in the Bronx. So due to the uprising of crimes, businesses decided to close, and through those businesses closing, it opened up an avenue of entertainment and artistic expression.
For a party, and we gonna party, yeah? Ain't nobody gonna blow our party. So let's get out here and party, yeah? Free, I mean free. Cause I can take care of myself. Let's get on with it, y'all.
These abandoned buildings and parking lots set the scenes for these massive block parties. And these block parties laid the foundation of what hip-hop culture is today. From DJs to breakdancing to dance floors to MCs, the Bronx was lit up. Through the despair and poverty of the Bronx came a beautiful artistic expression, what we now see as hip-hop culture. And it was quickly emulated by the masses. During the mid-1980s to the early 1990s, hip-hop really began to spread across the entire country. And this era we know today as the golden age of hip-hop. So hip-hop is a culture, like I stated. We have artwork like graffiti, breakdancing, MCing, DJs, and then of course, rapping. Rapping is an art in the form of vocal expression and another kind of poetry. And it really encapsulated the masses, predominantly the Black community. And like I said, it spread to other communities as well because it got very popular. We don't realize how influential rapping is until we saw some popular groups come out, such as N.W.A. So N.W.A. came out in the 80s. The group was led by Dr. Dre, the late rapper Eazy-E, and Ice Cube. They were based in Compton, but like I said, hip-hop started in the Bronx, but it spread like wildfire to other areas as well. So when they dropped their album, Straight Outta Compton, they had songs like F the Police, they had songs like Straight Outta Compton, and one particular line in Straight Outta Compton that showed how impactful and influential rap was when rapper Eazy-E said this: "Straight Outta Compton, a brother with his finger on the trigger." After the song got incredibly popular and this particular line stood out to many, a lot of people felt it was cool to walk around carrying guns. They did this primarily because the people that they looked up to were walking around saying that it was cool to have a gun.
How close are you to real life to what your records are?
It's just as real as this gun. Look, see this chamber right there? This is no bull. This is real. This is real gun.
9mm in your ass.
9mm.
That Hollywood bullshit, man.
You gotta carry these or you get up on the street. So you gotta be
And this got an
prepared.
infrared scope on it. You put the dot on your target, then you blow the shit out the motherfucker.
No joke.
And this is just one example of how influential these male rappers are and have been for decades. Today, gun violence, drug usage, promiscuity, and so many more harmful topics are promoted in rap. And though rap is one of my favorite genres of music, we can't ignore the problematic aspects of it. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the problematic aspects of rap. And we're first going to start off with gun violence. Gun violence has become a major issue in America within the past decade. We are currently seeing an epidemic where there have been more mass shootings than days in the past 3 years. The Gun Violence Archive counted 693 mass shootings in 2021. There were 648 mass shootings in 2022. And as of today, there have already been 565 mass shootings in 2023. Now, obviously, most rappers aren't sitting around promoting that everyone should be a mass shooter and go shoot up schools and buildings and churches and grocery stores, but they do speak on the very thing that causes mass shootings: guns and rage. Rappers like King Von, Lil Durk, Migos, Chief Keef, XXXTentacion, and so many others openly promote the usage of guns. Let's just recite one of Chief Keef's lyrics where he says this: "Talking out his neck, pistol to his throat. Blow this mother effort, he gon' choke. On the ground, on the floor, someone pick him up, take him to the morgue. I'm riding through New York, finna go and shoot New Jersey up. Trying to take my chain, I ain't going. We gon' come and blow New Jersey up. Buy, try to rob, B, we 30'd up. Just left volcano, B, I'm curried up. And there are a bunch of shooting ad-libs within that song. Now, that can be lyrics that we just recite. For instance, I know the words to the song. I will sing it at a party, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I'm not a person that can be easily influenced. I am a 22, almost 23-year-old woman, and I know the difference of what a song is and what to and not to do. However, we have young boys, primarily young black boys, that feel as if they have to prove a point when they live in certain neighborhoods, hearing these lyrics and finding it important for them to do the same exact thing or perpetuate the idea that they could do the same exact thing. Now, Chief's Keef's lyrics are just one example because I also listed other rappers as you guys just heard, but we're also going to talk about the music videos. I love Pop Smoke, don't get me wrong, but if you watch Pop Smoke's videos to Welcome to the Party, that's his only video he has, I think. But yeah, in that video, there are guns everywhere in so many songs. Bobby Shmurda, his name literally has murder in it, but you know, whatever. They incite violence time and time again, but we're too busy worried about a woman talking about how she enjoys having sex. I'm not saying that it's okay, but we can't talk down on one type of rapper just because of their gender when another gender that is probably more promoted due to them being a male and not hold them accountable just because of their biological parts they have.
And I also wanted to share this clip of Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill sharing his experience in his career while on a panel for the National Association for the Advancement of Color People's 114th National Convention. While on the panel, Meek Mill clearly stated that music companies pay rappers more to rap about guns, violence, and ignorance. Take a look at this clip.
He opened doors for me to be on stages like this because before I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns. You know, that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff. So I make sure I even align and come talk on stages like this. But you guys, the N.W.A. open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward because the things that fund us, that don't power me forward. You know, I just make sure, because I know better and I'm at an age point, I'm 36, they power us really from when we 21 to 25 where we really don't know. I'm one of the lucky ones that made it through where I was able to get my knowledge and sense, and I'm the one that keep the line on the rap ignorance and be able to level out.
And once again, though these lyrics may seem harmless, because I just told you, I hear these lyrics, but I'm not going to go shoot up a school. I hear these lyrics, and I'm not going to go and shoot this person because they made me upset. No, I'm not going to. However, once again, there are people that will hear these lyrics and can be easily influenced. And not only that, it also jeopardizes the movement of gun control. The people listening to these songs, predominantly the youth, are listening to this like, oh, this is fun, this is cool. Like, they think this is entertainment. Versus looking at that weapon that if it is ever used, it should only be used for protection and only absolutely necessary for protection. They're just seeing it as, woohoo, this is fun, this is lit, yeah, I'm gonna blow that mother up. Like, that's how they're looking at it. I mean, I was in middle school once. I heard how these boys would recite these lyrics. There are teenage boys literally every single day that are on Instagram, on TikTok, on any form of social media, posted up with guns. Their captions having lyrics from these rappers that is insinuating the usage of guns. Like, the way we promote gun usage is crazy. And just to further my point, a lot of these rappers that would and currently are reciting these lyrics that involve guns have been victims of guns, and sometimes to the point where it's fatal. Rappers like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Young Dolph, Pop Smoke, Takeoff, XXXTentacion have lost their lives due to gun violence. And we don't see a connection to how this can tie and really impact the youth, predominantly young black boys. It definitely ties into the continuous promotion of gun violence.
And I also want to share the stories of some rappers that miraculously survived from gun violence, such as 50 Cent, who was shot 9 times at one point, and another rapper by the name of Young Baby, who was shot an astounding 35 times and survived. Please listen to both of their stories.
Where were you shot? Which part of the body? Where did the bullet?
Oh, man, I got shot in my hand. My thumb came out of my hand, my face.
Shot in the face?
Yeah.
And where did that come out?
Out the tooth.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. There's a hole there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm surprised the bullet went through there, but it's alarming.
Yeah, it kind of changed my voice, too. And this is the voice that sells 8 million records, so I think everything happens for a reason. I got shot right here, right? I was sitting in the car.
nigga was waiting, double park, he was waiting on me, right? And like came up and pulled on the side, like right here. So the nigga hops out. Now peep this, look, the nigga was real, like a real sneaky ass nigga, cause he came around the back of the car, like he like this, and man broke shit, fell out the back. I'm like, yo, fuck up, nigga. He froze up, nigga. Nah, shut how the fuck you ain't pull up? I'm jumping around the back of the motherfucking car and see, you know what I mean? Cause big spot on it. What the fuck you gonna do? I was trying to hit back at the nigga, he was so close that as soon as I tried to buck back at the nigga hit my hand, like bam, like he bucked down. And shit hit my hand and it came through my pinky and shit. This shit down here. But I keep it with me. This is so in there. It went through my face right here. And knocked the tooth out. You know, but it went through the car first, because if it would have came straight into it would have went through my face. You know, and now I'll go through your face. After that, it was a wrap. Wasn't no trying to shoot back, no nothing. After that, and then little shit right here, shit right here, I tattooed over it, little shit right here.
Okay. And you were only 17 years old at the time?
Yes.
You got shot 35 times?
Yes.
Can you break down the parts of the body that got hit?
I got shot twice in my face. 5 in my chest. About 4 or 5 in my arm. And my back, I got shot about like 7 times. My buttocks about like 5, 6. And then legs about 16. About that.
Now, though these men survived, it's almost as if the trauma of gun violence made them want to promote it even more. And I'm not just going to say this is solely blamed on rap, because we all know it is not. It's a lot bigger than that. We have this entire country that is continuously not putting more gun laws on in the streets. But I'm speaking for my community right now today, and I do believe that rap is one form of promotion of gun violence. Moving right along to drug usage. So in a lot of these songs, we hear things of popping pills, sipping on lean. We hear all of these things in these songs continuously to the point where it's kind of normalized. I remember I never understood like what these men would like talk about whenever they would say they would drink cough medicine. I'm like, oh, like he has a cold? But that wasn't the case. I learned what lean was through rap songs at like 12, 13 years old.
Why do rappers drink lean, scissor, perp drink, dirty Sprite? First of all, what is lean? It's a concoction of things, and there are different ways of making this, but the main ingredient is codeine cough syrup, and they add Sprite and maybe promethazine. What is codeine and what does it do to you? Codeine is an opioid derived from morphine, made from the same plant as heroin, and it is very addictive. Codeine is a weak painkiller and cough suppressant that is converted to morphine in the body and exerts its effect that way. It can also cause euphoric mood, hallucinations, and drowsiness, amongst many other things. The common side effect list is quite long, but the ones I mentioned are the primary reasons why rappers take it, because they're not rapping about taking codeine because their back hurts. It's the high effect of it. Now you know that, do not take codeine unless necessary and advised by a health professional, because opioid addiction is no joke. As once you are addicted, it's difficult to come off, giving you nasty withdrawal symptoms.
So many rappers have openly promoted the sipping of lean, such as Moneybagg Yo, Future, Young Thug, Soulja Boy, and many, many more. Future literally has a song called Codeine Crazy. And if you don't know what codeine is another phrase for lean. In the song, he says, pour that bubbly, drink that muddy. When we're cuddling, yeah, I'm covered in it. I was dug in it. I was just loving it. And he constantly repeats the line, codeine crazy, codeine crazy. In that same song, he says, F the fame. I'm sipping lean when I'm driving. I'm an addict and I can't even hide it. And he has another song called Dirty Sprite, where he pays homage to lean, also known as Dirty Sprite. And in that song, he says in a lyric, my B remind me all the time, that drink will kill you. 1, 2 cups keep my ice cool. 3 or 4 zips have me leaning like a fool. Purple Sprite on top of ice. I'm rocking ice on Dirty Sprite. I feel real nice to be precise, my jewelry on, high as a kite. In the song I Can't Leave Drink Alone by Zero featuring Lil O, he says this in one of his lyrics. Y'all would think with 3 felony cases I would leave drink alone. I'm still out on bond and I'ma keep drinking till all the drink is gone. And in Young Thug's song 2 Cups Stuffed, he shouts lean, 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 lean several times. And probably most popular is the song Wokeisha by Moneybagg Yo, where he dedicates an entire song to his addiction to lean. And in the beginning of the song, he pays homage to another rapper that has openly stated that they sip lean, Lil Wayne, where he says, yeah, I kind of put the cup down for a minute, but it honestly ain't nobody's business what's in my cup, what's in your cup, what's in their cup. It's your cup. Drink it. And in the song Wokeisha, it's almost as if Moneybagg Yo has a relationship with lean, a abusive relationship with lean. The way he formats the lyrics, you would think he was talking about a woman, but he's instead talking about his love for lean. And he openly says his relationship with lean is indeed toxic. You can hear mostly about his addictive relationship with lean in this lyric, where he says, I'm sitting here knowing I don't need you pouring O's in the lid, sipping chaser with my reefer, can't get my mind off Wokeisha, watch me put my heart in this cup, in my feelings she my therapist, I'ma talk to this cup, I swear. They be like I'm dumb for effing with you, I spend stupid racks. So it says he spends so much money on lean due to his addiction. So we hear this time and time again in multiple rap lyrics. And with that, these rappers are promoting the dangerous addiction to lean, or dirty Sprite, codeine, whatever you want to call it.
How old were you when you first tried lean?
I like 20.
And why?
All the rappers did it. It was fun.
And people around you had it?
Might as well.
What was the feeling of it like?
Freedom.
Did you grow a dependency?
Big.
And then how were you doing it?
Drinking it.
And where were you getting it? On the streets?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
It's super dangerous.
What was dangerous about it?
Health issues, overdosing, addiction, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, it is an opiate.
In the lifestyle, you get caught with that shit, you're going to jail.
Were you mixing it with something?
2 cups, little jungle juice, throwing it back. Or Sprite.
And then you were driving under the influence of
Driving under influence, walking.
Did you ever get in trouble on it?
Always.
In what way?
Jails.
As a result of being on it and doing dumb shit?
Doing dumb shit.
How does it feel being on like lean and stuff when you do take it?
It slowed up my day.
Is it kind of like being high and stuff? Or
Yeah, but it get you like drowsy, tired. It get you aggravated. You be mad. And when I used to sip lean, it was like, matter of fact, for instance, like Diddy wanted to do some shit with me where it was like, we finna do this, and I'm like, come on. But then I was sipping lean, I'm missing phone calls, and I'm like, I felt like a little ass boy, like I wasn't ready for this shit.
I learned that people pop pills for sport through rap songs when I was 12, 13 years old. All this information that I learned about that, oh, it feels good to sip lean, it feels good to pop pills, was all through rap songs. Never from what I learned from my house, or never from what I learned in school. It was through music, because everybody listens to music. Music is always around us, and a lot of kids use music as an outlet, and sometimes in these songs, they're promoting these very negative things. So according to the National Library of Medicine, 72% of popular rap songs contain references to one or more substances, with 947 references, which resulted in 63 references to drugs or alcohol after just 1 hour of listening. They furthered on in their research and they found this. 50% of songs included illicit drug references, including marijuana, which was 38%, manufacturing or selling drugs, 19%, cocaine or crack, 17%, and MDMA, 6%. Prescription drug misuse occurred in 20% of songs, including prescription cold medicine, 13%, other types of opioids, 4%, and various other prescriptions like Xanax and Adderall in 10% of those songs. So with that information, it seems as if pills and drugs are in and alcohol is out, because there has been a visible notice in the less usage of alcohol in songs and more so drug usage within the past decade. With rap music leading in popularity among other genres, it is very alarming that 72% of rap songs contain drug usage and loudly talk about it. We have lost rappers due to overdosing on drugs, such as Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, DMX, Coolio, and so many more. Drugs are obviously bad. We're always taught that drugs are bad, but when you're hearing your favorite rapper or your favorite artist constantly speak on drugs and make it seem as if it's cool, you're gonna gain a little curiosity about it. That's just kind of what it is. I mean, look at any music video that you see. They're drinking, they're smoking, popping pills, drinking lean, and it looks like everyone's having a good time. So as an influential 10-year-old, 15-year-old, whichever, you're gonna look at that and be like, they look like they're having fun. Like, maybe if I try it once, it won't do any harm. But it takes one time to try something, like the feeling, and then you like it so much, and it eases the pain that you end up becoming addicted, and then you lose your life to drug usage. So rappers promoting this type of activity constantly in songs is a detriment to society and a detriment to the Black community, because rap is one of the most popular genres within the Black community. So if you are inciting and saying these lyrics, you are promoting this, and you are saying it is okay to do drugs, even though you can lose your life to it. Next, we are going to talk about snitching culture in rap. There are so many songs that, not just in rap culture, in hip hop culture, we always have heard it's not okay to snitch. Snitches get stitches. No matter if you did or did not do the crime, you better not snitch on whoever did it. This is probably one of the dumbest and most hindering aspect of the Black community, I would say. The first time I ever heard snitches get stitches was when I was just 6 or 7 years old, and I heard this in the 2nd grade, when a girl in the class called me gay because I was swinging around the basketball pole. You know, like the basketball hoop thing, how you like kind of go around it. Clearly she didn't know what she was talking about, though she is gay today, so that was, you know, she was trying to put that on me. I'm not saying it's bad to be gay, but we see now, I peep what she was doing, girl. So after she said what she said, I didn't know what gay meant. So I went home, I told my mother, hey, this girl called me gay in school. What does that mean? And my mother was like, this is what gay means. And she went and spoke to my teacher about it because it was inappropriate for a 7-year-old to call another 7-year-old gay. So after my mom told my teacher, who I follow on Facebook today, love you, Miss Moore, she went and had a talk with the young lady. And then after she had that talk, she called me a snitch. And then she said, snitches get stitches. And I didn't know what a stitch was. I said, what do you mean snitches get stitches? This is a 7-year-old that is saying that since I snitched on her, though I didn't, my mother did, you are going to get hurt. You're going to be harmed because you told on me. This was back in 2007, 2008 maybe, and the lyrics are just getting worse and worse. And we always hear about the rat. This culture of hip hop, we always say it's bad. Like, you better take those 25 years to life because you better not snitch. It's way better to be in jail than to be a snitch. And it's hindering the community, especially with so many cold cases with gun violence inside the Black community happening. A lot of these crimes are going unsolved because of snitch culture. We're saying if you tell, you're a snitch and you're going to die too. It is so freaking problematic. And we see this with rappers. We saw this with Tekashi 69 when he went and told and said the truth. Like, he didn't want to be sitting in jail all day. He has a daughter. He had a family. Why the heck would this man want to go and sit in jail all day when he didn't do what they said he was doing?
I don't give a if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched, and I did it proudly. When I first met the gang, right, I had no intentions of sleeping with their girl. I had no intention of kidnapping them. I had no intention of stealing money from them. Before I even got locked up, they were sleeping with my girl. But if we're street dudes, do you do that? That doesn't happen, because in the street, it's brotherly. That don't happen. Where was the loyalty to me? Imagine I would have stood tall, right? Did the 47 years right now. You're not checking on my mom. You're not paying nothing for my daughter. You're not doing anything for me. You're not even wondering if I'm calling somebody or not. Don't tell me what I've chose to do in my life. I'm gonna throw my whole life away so you can get money, party, and me rot away in the prison.
Now, he put himself in that predicament because I will say I do believe if you are a snitch, because I'm going to be a snitch, I'll snitch all right. Do not involve yourself in gang violence, in gang activities, in the streets. Don't involve yourself in it because unfortunately, there is this very idiotic mindset that if you snitch, you're problematic and you're going to die too because you snitched. Or you're going to be forever shunned against the community. Don't get yourself involved. Tekashi, he shouldn't have got himself involved, but he did. And when SHIT hit the fan, he told. But I don't think he was dumb for telling. I'ma tell too. Why would I want to be in jail? Jail is not fun. Why would I want to do that? And even when it came to the rapper Gunna recently, he was hit with some real scary charges. And allegedly, well, I'm gonna say allegedly because it was caught on camera, but I don't know all the legalities of it. So I'm gonna just make sure I'm safe in this regard. But he said that he knew that YSL was a gang. So he was hit with RICO charges, which are very serious. And according to the indictment, he allegedly received stolen property and was in possession of drugs, including meth, marijuana, and hydrocodone. And it was with the intent to distribute. So he was charged with racketeering. Those were some heavy charges. He potentially could have been in jail for the rest of his life. And along with the rapper Young Thug, they got arrested together. They were part of the same group, allegedly. And yeah, Gunna is out now and Young Thug is still in jail. And people are saying, well, Gunna's a snitch. And these are 12-year-olds. Y'all, people that don't even know Gunna, people that don't even know anything about street life, saying, yo, I don't mess with Gunna. He a snitch. He a snitch. He a rat. Don't mess with Gunna. Don't play that Gunna around me. He a rat. Who are you? And who do you think you are, Mr. Tough Guy?
I'm not listening to that new Gunna. He's a snitch. You grew up across the street from an ice cream shop. You have 5 dog-sitting centers in a 2-mile radius. You've never even been suspended. Shut the hell up. Talking about I stand with Lil Baby and Young Thug. You need to stand behind a cash register and get a f***ing job. You're a civilian? I'm a civilian. We do not relate.
Like, it is so crazy how they try to make it seem as if snitching culture is so problematic. You better snitch.
I went to prison because I didn't want to snitch on somebody. And I spent my entire youth in prison, 31 years. 31 years. And it feels like I'm reliving that again. Only this time I'm taking action.
Community activist and Pulitzer Prize winner Suave Gonzalez shares his story trying to keep young people from getting caught up in a life of crime. He and other activists are looking to change the culture of violence on Philly streets and hoping the people involved in this shooting come forward.
If you see something, say something. Because when it's your nephew, your brother, your father, your son, or your daughter, you're going to want me to say something if I see it.
Look, I advocate for snitching. Now, don't get yourself involved in certain things. But guess what? Gunna ain't snitch on me, so I'm gonna still listen to the music if I want to listen to it. And regardless, I think he did what was best for him. Now, if he was involved in those illegal activities, he probably shouldn't have been. But when he had the opportunity to get out of his mess to some degree, I don't believe that it is any of our business on whether he was right or wrong. He did what was best for his family.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk, the one that I also showed you guys a clip of when he was talking about sipping lean, he is just one example of rappers that openly denounce the effect of what is quote unquote snitching when it's honestly just telling your truth in most cases. But he went on an interview saying that he indeed thinks Gunna is a snitch and he does not stand a snitch. He hates snitches. Anyone that tells period, he doesn't respect them.
Do you believe that Gunna told that
Man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was. I thought you were trying to reverse it. I'm like,
hell no.
I'm like,
I just said I just said I never.
Almost scares you. I'm like, yo, how do you,
huh?
I'm like, I'm never gonna like.
Hell no. I never like. I'm following. I don't know. I never like. Why I didn't? I don't know. I just don't take that shit, Instagram and all that shit type of shit serious. But if you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I hate you. Cause I love Thug. If you ever told, you ever tell, I hate you. Like with a passion.
And once again, this is problematic in a lot of cases. It's different if the person you're snitching on, you were doing that quote unquote bad stuff with. But if you did not do anything and this is your freedom at stake, why is it deemed so horrible to tell your truth? And why is it that these rappers are advocating for this more and more to their very young audience in most cases?
Y'all got family members out here whose cases are still cold because y'all don't want to snitch on the person that put a hit on your cousin. It's crazy. And I think rapping culture definitely promotes snitching. And I'm going to read y'all a few lyrics where you hear them visibly saying, you a snitch, you're a rat, it's bad. Master P and Snoop Dogg literally have a song called Snitches, and the lyrics say this. I caught a N-word one day jumping out of a cop car. I ain't saying no names, but this N-word a rap star. Flo Rida and Lil Wayne in the song American Superstar. Flo Rida says this. That's what a snitch N-word do, they tell. I don't want nothing to do with that deal. Scarface with Face Mob and Hoodlums in the song Don't Testify. He says this in his lyrics. If you don't, you live. And if you do, you die. So regardless if you speak, you either gonna be on jail or you're gonna be dead. So it's a lose-lose situation. So all I get from these lyrics and all I get from what so many people say in the streets is don't get involved in illegal crimes if you don't want to do the time and if you don't want to lose your life. Okay? But snitching culture is at an all-time hot mess because people act as if they personally know these rappers, like, oh, they snitching, they lost street cred. Like, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that it's promoted so much in rap lyrics also stems from the fact that it's problematic. So the next thing we're going to speak on is promiscuity and the promotion of having multiple partners in rap music. So this really ties into my point when we spoke about women, female rappers primarily. Whenever we hear people speaking down on rap culture, it really does come around women. They hound on these female rappers for just, oh, you should be ashamed for our young girls. They're not good examples. Y'all, these male rappers been talking about sex. They've been talking about being promiscuous. They promote it. This is all you see. Do you see these rap videos where they have all these girls half naked and they have these girls twerking and just doing some real crazy things for their videos to make their videos pop and shine? Women just decided to take back that power and they put it in their own lyrics so y'all can't degrade them. They're like, I'll degrade myself, or it won't look like degrading if I'm bringing the power back in within me. So many of these songs, you hear crazy things. Now, this really is going to stem from promiscuity, even misogyny in rap lyrics I'm going to talk about as well, because these rappers speak so disgustingly about these women sometimes. Like, they say, I'm with this hoe one day, with the next hoe the next day, she a slut, bust down Tatiana. All of these lyrics, y'all just coming for women, but y'all the ones sleeping with these women, and then we find out y'all got like 5, 6 baby mamas, and you are coming for the women? BFFR. Like, come on. It's almost insulting the fact that we continue to listen to these rappers when they so vividly say that they don't like women. And we've heard a lot behind the scenes by some people that it may just be true that they don't like women for a very particular reason, allegedly. But they say these real crazy things about women and they're promoting being with multiple partners, and it's really instilling in these young boys. Now that social media has evolved and we are able to see our favorite artists and our favorite rappers, whichever, we're able to see them in their real life versus just their artistic life. We see that what they're saying in their lyrics, they are doing in their real life. Rappers like Lil Baby, where we see him with his baby mothers and how he constantly cheated on them and continues to do so. And he has lyrics where he speaks on the fact that he gonna do what he wants when he wants. Rappers like A Boogie. And also, y'all, I just want to make it clear, I do like these rappers. I enjoy listening to these rappers, but it is promoted heavily. And we're talking about the influence. We're talking about how they can influence the youth. They can't influence big old me. Well, some people my age probably can be influenced, but I'm not listening to these lyrics like, yeah, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna be a stripper hoe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be one of 7 baby mamas. Yep, that's me. We outside with it. That's not me. There are some older girls that probably do have that mindset, but no, that ain't me. But with A Boogie and him constantly cheating on his longtime baby mama and girlfriend, we see it all the time. Blueface and Krishan, oh my god, y'all. We see with him how he disrespects and degrades women all the time. And he has songs like Bust Down Tatiana. He meant that. He meant what he said. He said what he meant. We see it over and over again, the degrading of women. And back to the music videos. We see the music videos. They're degrading women. They're saying, oh, I had this girl one night, got this one the next night, I'm with 5 girls tonight. All they promoting is a bunch of STDs. They're promoting BV, yeast infections, UTIs. None of that sounds desirable to me, but to a young black boy or to a young boy in general, they like, oh, this sounds like the life. I can get this girl, that girl, every girl. Oh my god, this sounds like fun. It is so clear in how these young boys behave, especially when they get to the age where they are starting to date girls. And the cheating begins as young as 13, 14. These young boys are talking to multiple girls at once. It's not really like an anomaly. Like, I saw this all the time when I was in high school. The boys that had the clout, they were out here dealing with multiple young ladies. And you're like, what? You're 15. How are you doing this already? And I guarantee you, it's the lyrics that they're hearing. They're impressionable. Like, it sounds exciting. It sounds like you're the man. You're gonna be influenced by those kind of lyrics. And in my personal opinion, I'm gonna say this, we don't see rappers getting married any longer. And I think that this is showing in our community, particularly with the pushing of of baby mama culture and the pushing of just being a forever girlfriend. The artists that I've spoken on, Lil Baby and A Boogie, though we don't know them personally, so I don't know their situation, their ins and outs. We just know what we see online. But we know for a fact that these are long-time girlfriends. These girls have pushed out children for these men, and they still are not marrying them. And that's because they love this lifestyle. This lifestyle is fun. It sounds like a ball. And these young boys are seeing this and they're like, okay, I don't gotta marry this girl because she gonna stick around. The girls are sticking around. I mean, obviously the women have a choice as well to leave, and they're not leaving. But we're seeing it being infiltrated in real life, where there are seemingly a lot of women being okay with being a baby mama and not getting wifed up. And these young boys and young men not seeing the value in marriage due to the fact that they're seeing their favorite rappers, their favorite artists, their favorite people constantly pushing this narrative that you can have as many women as you want and that being married isn't necessarily cool.
Why didn't you get married?
Why do people get married?
Why didn't you get married?
I don't know. It seems like not too, like, I don't know. It seems like a thing of like ancient times or something. Maybe.
You're never going to get married. You just said that earlier. You said you were going to get married to someone who wasn't famous earlier.
Yeah.
So
I think I will eventually. You asked me why haven't I gotten married?
Yeah.
The truth?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can offer somebody what they'd be looking for right now. Just consistency. I think my life, my work is my priority.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wouldn't want to not be able to
sleep around,
contribute as a partner.
Sleep around.
I feel like we saw back in the day more of the rappers getting married, but today we don't ever see them getting married. We just see baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. We're seeing so much of that. I think it would actually be really impactful and influential if these guys actually went and married the women that they claim to love and the women that are getting pregnant by them. It would kind of make it seem as if marriage was cool. I feel like we would see a lot more people getting married and we would see less of the baby mama culture. But like I said, this also proves and it shows how influential male rap is and how it is being seen as the detriment to the Black community. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's video. And those are just a few examples of how I find male rappers to be a negative influence to the Black community. There are more examples, so let me know if y'all want me to do a part 2 because I would absolutely love to. I have a whole list of reasons that I find male rap to be the detriment of the Black community and society as a whole. Let me make it clear, I still listen to male rap, and when I talk about the influence, I'm more so speaking on the negative influence when it comes to the youth, because the youth is the most influential and they're the future. Like, that's what we see. So when we see so many negative narratives being spewed, it's going to kind of show what we're gonna see in the future. So I wanna know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on male rappers? What are your thoughts on female rappers even? Why do you think that we constantly hound on the female rappers but never the male rappers? Let's get the discussion going on in the comments. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release all of your burden.